Hi everybody, in today's video we're going to be making a bread and butter pudding that's got raisins and apple in it. So for this recipe you will need one large cooking apple that we're going to grate, 3 eggs, you need 500 mils of milk, I'm just using semi-skimmed, some mixed spice or nutmeg or cinnamon, whatever you prefer to put in, but I just use this because this has got, I think it has nutmeg and cinnamon, has various cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, clove, pimento and ginger in, so that's nice to put in. And over here I've just got a bag of raisins, that's up to you how many you want to put in. You need half a cup of brown sugar. This is just a light Muscavado sugar, that's just what I happen to have. You could use just a golden granulated sugar. And we've got 6 slices of bread that I've buttered on one side and left the crust on. This is a couple of days old bread, so that is fine to be used. I think that's even better to use in a pudding like this. That's that. I've got the oven preheated to 200 degrees. And I've also greased a dish ready. So to start off with, at the minute, I'm just going to prepare the actual milk and egg filling. So for that, that's quite simple. All you need to do is just pour milk into a bowl. That was 500 mils of semi-skimmed. I think you could use a full fat one if you want more of a richer filling, and you can also put cream as well if you do prefer it richer. Now whisk that together so the eggs are all incorporated with the milk there. So we're just going to set that aside and to start layering the bread in the dish now. So you want to get your dish. I'm just using this large ceramic dish. And then we're going to use half the bread and do one layer, and then we're going to put a filling of sultanas and the apple on top, and then we'll do another layer of the bread and then the egg mixture. So you want to start layering your bread into the bowl. You may need to cut some of the pieces to fit. So we'll put 2 there like that, and then we'll probably cut another one just to fill in the gap down there. So it looks like 6 would be the ideal amount for this size of dish. It's going to be a little bit too much really, but I want to cut the other slices down. Like I say, it doesn't really matter how you do it as long as you've got it in. If it goes a bit up the side, I don't see that matter. So just cut that. Like I say, because this bread is a bit sturdy, it's easier to cut. So once you've done that, set the bread aside again. Now to get your raisins, and like I said, this is obviously up to you how many or how little you prefer. So I'm just going to put a sprinkling of those on now. You could use sultanas in this, or probably a mixed fruit. So that's that. We'll use a few more as well on the next layer. Right, now you need to peel and core your apple, and we're going to grate it in this recipe. I'll go and do that and come back because I didn't do that already, because obviously once the apple has been cut, it does tend to go brown. I know one way I think you can avoid that is to put some lemon juice in it, but I won't bother with that. I'm just going to peel that and get that grated. Right, I've now grated the apple and put that on. As you can see, it has gone quite brown. It's amazing how quick it does actually go brown. So now we've done that, you want to put half of your brown sugar over the top. Like so. A bit more. And then you want to put a little sprinkling of your mixed spice over the top. Some flavouring. And then we want to repeat with another layer of bread. You might need to cut these ones a bit differently just to fit. So I have a bit left over there, but we'll just stick those down the edges just to fill up any gaps. Don't waste it, we'll just put them in there to fill the gaps up. And now that's done, you want to pour over your mixture. You just want to pour over your mixture and make sure that you get all the bread nicely soaked. Once that's done, just squash the bread down a bit just to try and ensure that that gets all nicely absorbed into the bread. And then we're going to put a few more raisins on the top. And a bit more of the sugar. And where possible we want to try and leave that for a little while. I think the longer you can leave it to get the bread soaked in to the milk mixture, the better really. So we'll do that. Right, so I've now put another layer of raisins and finished off with some more sugar on the top. So I'm going to leave that just to soak in for probably another 10 minutes really, and then you need to bake it on 200 for around 50 minutes or so until it looks nice and golden. So there we go, there's that, and I'll come back later and show you what it actually looks like when it comes out of the oven. So there we go, it's now come out of the oven. So that's a bread and butter pudding with raisins and apple. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I can bring you more cooking ones in the future. So take care everybody, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.